Hey everyone, how are you today? I am definitely better than I was yesterday with the energy channeling that I was doing, but it has not completely gone away. So I'm wondering what the remnants of this means energetically, and I'm hoping to connect with these energies further in today's reading, if I could even talk, reading, and see what comes through. There are definitely a lot of intense things going on, and I've been feeling a lot of pressure in my crown chakra. So I feel like a lot of people in the collective are going through this awakening, this reconnection to source that is really giving them some major ascension symptoms, I feel like. So that's definitely been going on for me when I pick up on people's energies, especially because I was running an all-day special today. And after doing like 10 million readings, I can't seem to fully disconnect from a lot of these energies. So that's going to take a little bit of time, but that's okay. It was super fun, and thank you so much to everyone who participated. Everyone had a blast. I'm so grateful to see the feedback that I get from you guys. And every time you guys are thrilled, I'm probably double thrilled. I love and appreciate all of your guys' participation and presence and support so much. There are literally no words in this world that can describe how elated I feel when my beautiful twin flame soul tribe is happy with their readings and energy check-ins and all of that. So definitely grateful to you guys. Oh, and exciting news here. I just received the remainder of the 4 decks that I was expecting from the Pretty Psyche, and those are Mercury Edition 6. Just unwrapped these like literally minutes before this reading. I got the Venus Red 2, Venus Red 1, and Venus Red 3. So I'm pretty sure I have every single Venus deck now. So if any of you are interested in just some message card pulls from any of these, definitely feel free to book those with me at any point in time. You can just DM me on my Instagram. If you're not following me there, definitely join me there. That's where you can book these things with me. And I will leave my Instagram ID and TikTok ID in the video description box, or the pinned comment under the video. But the name is the same, a Twin Flame Love, as my YouTube channel. But on the social media handles, they have an underscore after every word. So A_twin_flame_love. So that's where you guys can find me, and we can have a blast together. So anyways, without further ado here, let's take a quick peek into the Moonology deck. Today is the last day of this giant portal window that opened on February 2nd, because today is February 22nd. So people are ascending, people are getting into alignment. And as beautiful as that sounds, the process can sometimes be very painful, and sometimes it's physically very painful with the ascension symptoms. So don't worry about those, they'll go away in time. Just know that it's happening for a higher purpose and for your greater good. Wow. Yes. How synchronistic. Expect powerful change. Absolutely. New moon eclipse. So as we all know, new moons are a great time for releasing, and how synchronistic that the new moon card came out here. So as you go through the ascension symptoms, your actual energy body is releasing those chakra-centered wounds that you have been holding on to, perhaps for either since childhood or something that's carried over from past life traumas as well. So sometimes we go through, the clearing process for all of those things. And as they're being uprooted, the process is extremely difficult. And that could be on an emotional, physical, mental level. And that could also look like a lot of tower moments in the 3D physical. So be kind to yourself, be gentle with yourself. Only take on as much as you know you can handle. And as soon as your body says that, you've kind of hit that flash point, definitely listen to yourself and take the break whenever possible as needed. Hold your vision, fixed moon. Yes, this card is definitely a guidance card, because as you go through this ascension process and you start to feel really crappy, for lack of better words, it's really important that you remember your whys, that you remember your goals, and that things are truly not as out of reach as they seem. Think back to all those times that you had certain goals or you had certain desires that you never thought would manifest, but then they did, whether they're big or small. But that's the universe's way of reassuring you that nothing is really out of reach. Just the process of those manifestations coming into the 3D physical in your life can look very tumultuous. So let's see what else comes out here. Have faith in your dreams. Yes. So at this time, I feel like I am connecting with a divine feminine who possibly rides a bike. For some reason, I'm seeing an image of somebody on a bike, like an actual bicycle, wearing a helmet. And I feel like this divine feminine, it has kind of been feeling like her wheels are stuck. That no matter how much she tries to propel herself forward, she feels like she probably takes baby steps, but doesn't truly ever get as far as quickly as she wants to. So I think the universe is telling her that don't let those moments, don't let those feelings ever discourage you, because you have a divinely destined purpose here. You have a divine path, a divine purpose to fulfill on this planet, and that's why you're here. Your goals are on their way of becoming manifest. You and your loved ones are safe. And I feel like for this divine feminine, manifesting a certain type of a relationship, a certain ideal that she has in her mind, that truly she can hardly put into words, but that's been her goal. There's been a certain sense of, when I get partnered, my partner is going to be this type of person. We're going to have this type of lifestyle. But what this type is, I feel like is very nebulous. Like she can energetically feel in her body what that would feel like if that were fulfilled. But I don't feel like she can put words to it. And I think that's where she gets hung up in her manifestations as well. You've probably heard me talk about in other videos to be as specific as you can be when you are manifesting something, for those manifestations to come true and come through for you. Confidence is your key to success. How synchronistic, yes. So beautiful divine feminine, hold your vision, because success is already destined for you, but you just need to keep your confidence so that you don't sell yourself short, so you don't stop yourself short. Let's see what else is coming through here. This card again, expect powerful change. And this time I feel like this card is actually referencing her partnership. I don't think this divine feminine is fully aware that she is a twin flame and that she has an actual twin flame. And the ideal of this relationship that she has in her mind is going to be fulfilled by her twin flame. However, either she has not met him yet, or if she has not identified him as her twin flame just yet. I feel like there's quite a bit of awakening for both parties to go through before anything truly becomes manifest in the 3D physical. And let's dig a little bit deeper. What else can we know about? Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So as I'm reading deeper into this energy, I kind of feel like this divine feminine has not met her twin flame yet. I feel like that's probably very close though. And you know that saying that the darkest hour is just before dawn. So I feel like as this divine feminine is kind of giving up hope on the fact that she'll ever have the relationship that she fantasizes about, that she so badly desires, I feel like that's exactly the moment that her true twin flame, her true divine counterpart, is going to make his appearance into her life. I feel like there is one card in here that's just being shy and not coming out, and I just really have a feeling it's going to. So let's see, Spirit, what else do we need to know here? And as the way these cards are shuffling, I'm kind of feeling like this divine feminine has a lot of pressure on herself to keep her life extremely organized. Yeah. Wow. Yes, guys. Soulmate. This is your soulmate. So the person, the next person that this divine feminine meets and feels a spark with, this is going to be her true twin flame, exactly as I just said earlier. I just got a wave of goosebumps with that card. Yes, so her encounter with her twin flame is very, very close. Playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. So yes, in the meantime, while you wait, beautiful divine feminine, take some time to enjoy your life. As I was saying before the cards fell out and I got distracted, I feel like this divine feminine really tries to keep an order to her life, like almost a rigid type of structure. Either her schedule is very rigid or her planning is very rigid. There's something about the way she lives her day-to-day life and carries out her duties that just has a very rigid feel to it. And this is not from a judgment perspective. It's just speaking on the type of energy that I'm feeling. That I feel like this divine feminine at some point probably called herself neurotic. I just heard neurotic. So I feel like that is a pattern or a habit, or possibly even a dependency, a behavioral dependency that the universe is somehow guiding her out of, because I feel like it's not quite serving her at this time. I feel like this divine feminine probably performs extremely well at work, at school, at places where she's being graded or judged. I feel like she's really somebody who takes everything very seriously, and she's somebody very reliable that you can count on. However, I feel like I just heard, puts herself through hell to get things done because of the habit or desire for perfection. That, yeah, perfectionist is probably the word that I'm looking for. So I feel like this divine feminine that I'm connecting with definitely has some perfectionist tendencies. And I think that is getting in the way of her living her life at this point, because it kind of feels like she gets so caught up in doing things the right way and making sure, you know, all the ducks are in a row and all the check boxes are checked off, in a sense, that she doesn't get to enjoy the present moment. She never really gets to be present in her life. So I feel like the universe might be guiding her out of that, so that when she does meet her true twin flame, she's going to have that receptiveness to this positive new beginning. This, you know, there's a lot of positive energy, a great new, like a bright new future is kind of what I'm seeing in my mind's eye, what I'm being shown, I should say, by my guides, that, you know, this is what's waiting for her. But if she doesn't break out of her current rigid lifestyle and habits first, she might have a very difficult time actually recognizing and accepting those opportunities. Gosh, these cards are so synchronistic. Healer of the ages. Yes, so these are the patterns exactly that I just spoke on that are healing. Woman holding a heart. Yes, so as soon as she, my gosh, you guys, as soon as she heals these patterns, she's going to have romance enter her life. She's going to be holding someone's heart, and that's going to be her true twin flame. There is a lot of positive energy for the future in this connection, and a lot of passion. This card for me at this time represents passion, but it also does represent strength, and it's going to take a lot of mental and emotional strength for this divine feminine to not fall back into those overly rigid patterns and almost self-sabotage a beautiful new beginning to a relationship because she can't let go of certain ideologies or ways of doing things. Kind of that, the concept of, you know, work getting in the way of romance, or school getting in the way of romance, because she puts so much emphasis on perfection and how she will be perceived, that she may get so caught up in that and just almost let her relationship fall by the wayside, is kind of what I'm getting. Now, please, this is not any form of judgment on this divine feminine. Believe me, I can be rigid in certain things when I do that too, and it's something that is normal. It's human. We all get caught up in certain behavioral patterns that don't necessarily serve us well in all areas of life. You know, it may be very appealing to your employers because, of course, their work is getting done in a stellar fashion. But the guidance here is simply that this is your life and you have one life to live, you know, and just really allow yourself to truly live it. Allow yourself to align with your heart's desires, so that they can manifest for you more fully and give you a more fulfilling life. And I keep being shown the number sequence 999. Is if somebody's birthday is in September, or if the number 9 in some other way has some significance for you. For some reason that just keeps coming up. So let me know in the comments how this is resonating for you and if you're connecting with this. What else do we need to know here? Financial constraints. I feel like this is something that both parties, when they meet the divine masculine counterpart to this divine feminine I'm connecting with, as well as the divine feminine herself, I feel like both of them will have some financial troubles that they're dealing with at the time that they meet. This is something that they might already be dealing with on some level, but I feel like this is what's going to be one of the barriers to their union. Let's see here, journey. Yes. So they both realize that they have some ways to go before they can be in a place where a stable, committed relationship is possible. and they are both on this spiritual, energetic journey. They're both craving this happy family. They both want this, you know, with whoever they end up with. So their ideology in that sense is the same. And if the sunrise is in some way significant to you, definitely let me know in the comments, because I'm getting a strong energy from that. So this is something they both know that they want, but on the other hand, childhood inner child wounds that stem from family matters, that stem from caregivers, is something that both of these individuals are healing in a very mirrored way. So the counterparts, respectively, whichever caregiver they either resemble the most, or whichever caregiver they were around the most, had the most in common with. Something about, you know, when the scales were tipped more towards one caregiver than the other, I feel like that caregiver was also the cause of some inner child wounds, possibly inadvertently, but this is taking a lot of time for these individuals to heal, because these caregivers that, you know, however, in whatever way, became the root of some wounding, are actually their number one support system. Yeah, I'm getting a very strong energy from that. So it might have been the mom for one and the father for the other, because this is mirrored, you know, this is a very mirrored connection. So I feel like they both also have some mirrored inner child wounding, and it kind of happened in a strange, similar sense. I feel a sense of betrayal. Maybe both counterparts in some way were betrayed by the caregiver that they thought was their greatest support system. And that could be in any way. Maybe they were lied to about something, that they had faith in their parents and then found out that it was a lie. There could have been something that was kept from them that when they found out was damaging for them emotionally or psychologically. Yeah, I'm getting like a lot of intense downloads for that, and it's all just kind of coming together slowly. Envy. So I feel like maybe part of what that wounding to the inner child might have looked like was the child could have been envied by one of the other parents. So for example, if one was really close to the father, then the mother could have become envious because of whatever reason, for whatever reason anybody would do that, and vice versa. So I feel like there's definitely some familial, you know, nuclear family of origin envy situation going on that's contributing to these inner child wounds here. So this couple's wish fulfillment, I strongly sense, would be to create a support system for them that would never wound them in that way. I feel like that's going to be something that plays a very important role in this partnership. This is becoming a very predictive reading. So, and that's interesting. So maybe somebody who's connected with me either through social media or on this channel has been wondering about their future and about their twin flame counterpart, or if they have one, or if they will ever meet them. And maybe that's what's just coming through here. So if this is your energy, please definitely let me know. This is very interesting. So that is the greatest desire of both counterparts, is to, for lack of a better way to say it, I guess, it would be something to the effect of, I'm never going to let what happened to me ever happen again, and I'm going to find somebody who's going to be my ride or die that would never do that to me, and that's when I'm going to heal. I kind of feel like that's the mentality of somebody that I'm connecting with. So yeah, take that as it resonates for you, because remember, this is a collective reading, so it could be a lot of people's energies coming through. I definitely feel like that could be for more than one person, but take it as it resonates for you. And the anxiety here that I feel is going on is that both of these counterparts are worried if they ever will find somebody who can do this for them. I just heard, you know, too good to be true and fairy tale. So I feel like they think that, and this is both the divine masculine and feminine, I feel they think that the person or the type of person that they have in mind that they truly desire might not exist, that they might just be hanging on to a fairy tale idea. And there is definitely a sense of fear that they're just going to spend their life alone because they might never find this ideal partner. But partnership is very important to both of them. I can strongly sense that. Yes, the root chakra, how synchronistic, you guys. Stability. It's exactly what we were just speaking on. They want stability with their partner in their life. And they feel that if their partner, this wish fulfillment partner, who would never give them the same type of wounds that their caregivers gave them, is going to strengthen their self-confidence, strengthen their sense of self-worth, and give them inspiration on how to get out of codependent patterns. I feel like there is a level of codependency here also that both parties are aware that they have, and they're working very hard to get out of those patterns, but they're also realizing that it's a result of their wounding from the inner child. So strengthening the root chakra is a big step towards healing this entire dynamic and manifesting what's necessary. This, when it fell to the floor, fell in a sideways position. So this energy is currently stuck for both of them right now, which is the energy of self-love. I'm especially being drawn to the rose quartz that this angel is holding in her hand, which is the crystal for self-love. And I feel like both parties are really being guided through these ascension symptoms that I talked about at the beginning of this video, to tune in with themselves, their own needs, and learn how to meet their own needs, which will in turn strengthen their root chakra. The more they listen to themselves, the more they get out of habits that are no longer serving them, and learn to, you know, live in the moment, be inspired, be playful, as the Romance Angel Oracle said. That's when they're truly going to begin to truly understand self-love, and as a result of that, draw their counterpart in magnetically. What a powerful reading, you guys. Oh my gosh, these cards, what is going on with them? Let's see here. What else do we need to know? I got the image of a ballerina here. Wow. Okay. Oh my gosh, you guys. Yes. So as I've been saying, this is definitely a twin flame connection here. So this is one of the two cards in this deck that I most strongly associate with twin flame connections. And this is the twin flame connection coming into harmony and balance energetically. So this card here is definitely letting you know that yes, this this counterpart that will be that ideal for you is indeed your true twin flame. But before you meet them, you have to meet yourself, door to spirit. So before your counterpart can be sent into your life by the universe, you have to kind of begin that awakening process of getting in touch with yourself, because if both parties are completely unawakened before the twin flame meeting occurs, there cannot really be any triggering. One of the two parties has to be a little more awake than the other. And at this point, I feel like both of them are almost on the same level, which is why they haven't met yet in the physical 3D. But their soul's desire and longing for that kind of a counterpart that I described earlier is definitely hinting to them that their twin flame is incarnate here on this planet with them. And it's just their meeting that has yet to happen. So yeah, some soul contracts right now are in the process of being completed or fulfilled prior to this meeting taking place. And this is not to say that both parties will be healed before this union or this meeting, this first meeting takes place. Definitely not. I do feel like these counterparts may have to face a little bit of a triggering and separation phase as well. But I feel like this is just the spark to their spiritual awakening that will open the doors and make them a vibrational match for the initial meeting of their true divine counterpart. Whew, what a loaded reading, you guys. My goodness, this is so different from any of the other readings that I've done on this channel. I'm just going to shuffle these cards one more time and see what else comes out here. That one flew around. Okay. Yes. Oh, and as I was saying before, sorry, I got sidetracked with these cards, but I was having that image of a ballerina. And what I feel like that image is saying is that this divine feminine often either literally envisions herself as a ballerina, I'm not quite sure, or she just envisions herself and her life flowing with the type of grace that a ballerina dances with, which I think is probably more along the lines of what she's feeling and thinking. And I feel like as she desires that grace more in her life, the universe is going to send her those tower moments to bring her into that type of alignment, because it is something she does truly desire, and it's something she truly deserves. That is the type of life, you know, that flows with grace and beauty that we all deserve to live. And this divine feminine definitely has that potential. But in the current moment, she's too grounded in the 3D matrix. She's within her ego mind so much, which is what is causing her to really worry about the level of perfection that shows up in her life, that rigidity that we talked about before. How synchronistic, you guys. You just can't make this stuff up. Yes, so once that's healed, her door to romance is going to be the fulfillment of that ballerina grace and beauty that she daydreams about. That's it. That's exactly what's in store for her. So let's get some more clues or guidance or information from the Starseed Oracle here. What else do we need to know? All right, cards, don't be shy. And I feel like the way these cards are shuffling are very indicative of the fact that this beautiful divine feminine is trying so hard to break free of that mold that she's created for herself in the 3D physical through her desire for perfection, that, you know, she almost breaks free, but then she just can't, because there's just that psychological pull back into what's comfortable, even though it's uncomfortable. You know, she's seeking comfort in that discomfort, which is not allowing her to break free of those patterns just yet. And these two cards, when they initially came out, they were upright, but before they landed, they were in the reverse position. So let's see what they are. Karmic relationships, Orion energy, polarity, soul growth, conflict. Yes. So this came out in the reverse position, which is strongly indicating to me that her soul growth energy is currently very stuck. So it's very stuck in those rigid patterns, in those inner childhood wounds that we spoke upon. This card also came out in the reverse position, or landed in the reverse position. None of this matters. Zoom out, common ground, perspective. So perspective is exactly what this divine feminine is currently lacking, because of exactly what I said earlier about how she just gets pulled back into those patterns, finding that comfort in that discomfort. A new earth, it's happening. Keep holding the vision. This is beautiful, because she is growing. As stuck and stagnant as she's feeling, probably at the beginning of the video, you remember me saying that her wheels are kind of feeling stuck. I truly feel like this divine feminine doesn't feel like she's moving anywhere, that she's ever gonna grow. But this is her guides, her angels, the universe telling her, beautiful divine feminine, you're already growing. You just don't realize it. Just keep focusing on yourself and keep your focus on the desires that you want to manifest. Ultimately, you will become a vibrational match for what you want. Oh my gosh, you guys. The golden children, inner child, tenderness, innocence, rare gifts. So yes, beautiful divine feminine, just like we spoke about earlier with those inner childhood wounds, you are being guided to nurture your inner child, because nurturing that inner child is exactly what's going to get you unstuck from these patterns that you feel like you're spinning your wheels in and that you're not able to get out of. So spending time in nature, doing creative things like art, if you're into sewing or pottery or creating things or dancing, however it is that you display your creativity, whether you cook or bake or anything like that, those are all things that are going to help you get in touch with the real you and with that inner child in you that so much needs to heal and is ready to begin healing. It just needs to be connected with. Star family, you're part of a team of souls. Call in support. This is so beautiful. If you have people in your life that you trust, lean on them for support in areas where you don't quite know how to move forward. So if you're having trouble expressing your creative talent, find somebody in your circle who might have that similar interest and do it in pairs with them, or do it in groups, however you feel comfortable. And if you would rather do it by yourself, then call in on whatever higher powers you connect with for that support to help you release that creativity in you that's there. It's just sitting dormant, waiting to be unleashed. Empathic starseed, energetic sovereignty, absorbing what's not yours. Yes, I strongly feel when I picked up this card, this energy just went through my body, that This is part of the reason why this divine feminine has this rigid perfectionist tendency, is because she often internalizes the stress of others and doesn't quite differentiate what's other people's and what is hers. So I think a big part of her healing process is energy clearing. Beautiful divine feminine, if you're listening to this, I strongly encourage you to spend at least half an hour, whether it's in the morning or in the evening after work, or whenever you can fit it into your day when you have time, especially if it's at a moment when you need it, to heal your energy. Whether I'm not affiliated with Sync Tuition or anything like that, but it is a tool that I use to help clear my mind and meditate and clear my energy, because the binaural beats truly help you relax. It gives your mind a different type of functional frequency when you're listening to binaural sounds, that your brain starts behaving differently than it does when you are, in your day-to-day life going through the motions. And that is exactly what helps you to kind of detox from your day, in a sense. That's what I call it. So if you have anything like that, anything you prefer to listen to, there's lots of stuff up on YouTube as well. Definitely take advantage of those resources and take some time to clear your energy, because you know what? You're very important. And I think sometimes you lose sight of how important you truly are, beautiful divine feminine, and that you have to take care of yourself too. That work is going to be there forever, but you have to be in good health mentally, emotionally, and physically to be able to function well and do that work. Because I think a lot of times we forget, that for people who have an employer that are not self-employed, you're replaceable for your employer. If you quit, if they fire you, if you retire, they have people lined up out the door to take that job. They may miss you for a couple days, and then after that, it's kind of forgotten and they've moved on. But no matter how much you sacrifice at that job, or whatever it is that you're so much heavily self-sacrificing for, it's yourself in the end who's going to be your biggest support system. It's you who's going to have to be there for you. So definitely give yourself some priority, give yourself some love, and cut yourself some slack too. I feel just energetically, just from connecting, tapping into your energy, I feel like you really do a good job with things anyways, that you don't have to be so hard on yourself. You're extremely smart and talented, and I don't feel like anybody doubts your ability but you. So be kind to yourself. You deserve so much more. And the last card that came out here, lost lands, soul memories, and gifts. You've done this before. Yes. So lost lands is what is standing out to me the most here, that this beautiful divine feminine somehow, somewhere has lost herself. And through this process of ascension and awakening on her divine journey to finding her counterpart in this 3D physical world, she has to find herself. And this is her biggest spiritual duty or task at this time, is tapping back into her individual self, finding herself before her counterpart can find her and fulfill that wish that she has for the type of partnership she desires. That was such a powerful, powerful reading, you guys. I am going to channel some messages from your divine masculine's counterpart from your divine masculine counterparts, higher self, for you, divine feminine. You gave me that spark. Yes, so on a higher self level, if you are familiar with, you know, the entire concept of twin flames, even before you ever meet in the 3D physical, your higher selves are always with one another. And your divine masculine is telling you that your simple soul presence with his soul in the 5D gives him so much joy. Know your worth and know your value, beautiful divine feminine. I don't want to hide this connection anymore. Yes, your divine masculine's higher self is ready to meet you. It's his 3D physical self that has to catch up to that. Don't focus on who wants me, I want you. So I feel like this is kind of, it's a message that is saying not exactly what this card is saying. So I feel like part of the insecurity, the feelings of insecurity that this divine feminine might be feeling would have to do with being good enough. And we've seen that theme throughout this entire reading, that, you know, those perfectionist tendencies and the need to have everything in order, that rigidity can truly, even though, you know, the universe is in the process of healing this for you right now, but it can truly carry over into your partnership. And I feel like your divine masculine's higher self with that card is just telling you that you will always be more than enough for me. You are my divine counterpart, and energetically, I will always be drawn to you. So you have literally nothing to worry about. So I'm going to channel one final love message from the divine feminine's higher self to her masculine, whom she has not met yet. And then we are going to close out this reading. This has truly, truly been such a powerful reading, you guys. I hope you all enjoy it. Let me know in the comments how you felt throughout this reading and if you're resonating. Wow. Oh, hang on a sec while I get those cards. Okay. Here we go. The Courage of Your Love, the number 38 card. Let's see. Love is within reason. Rationality is like a cane. Judgment needs a cane because it is blind. When love arrives, thought dies in its shadow. Love is the sunrise, while thought is only a flashlight. Rumi. I do not bleat at you like a sheep, for to startle you from your slumber, I need to roar like a lion. You must awake, my beloved. There is no time to waste, for the wolves are circling, hungry for sacred flesh. So I shall roar mightily, and although at first you recoil in fear, soon enough you will see the wolves. You become aware and grateful to have been thus awoken. Ah, yes, you remember that you have a precious human life to protect. You fear me no more. You thank me. You jump on my back as if you were a warrior astride a wild mount. Your roar then, along with me, awaken the others as we cause the ground to rumble. disturbing those even in their deepest slumber. You, like me, are a fierce lion, not a lamb, to be led to so many slaughters. The variety of and opportunity for which is available in terrible abundance in our world. Wow. So yes, this is like the divine feminine's higher self. Almost reaching out for help is the sense that I was getting as I was reading through that message I was channeling. That this ascension and awakening process is definitely difficult for this divine feminine because of her tendency to keep getting pulled back as well, and that feeling of her tires being stuck and spinning. That I feel like her higher self is calling out to her divine masculine that if I don't awaken enough to be the awakened one in this partnership, can you awaken for me, please? And that is so, the depths that hits in your heart is just beyond words. It was very powerful, you guys. Thank you all so much for joining me here today. I hope you all have a beautiful, wonderful rest of your night. If you are new here, welcome. And whether you are new here or not, definitely double check and make sure you are subscribed to this channel. And please be sure to like these videos. By taking these two actions, you are energetically signaling your presence here to me, and I'm able to pick up on your energy a little bit easier. You're also signaling to Spirit that you are here, present, and open to receiving any messages or guidance that may come through from these readings. Please also remember that these readings are technically timeless, so no matter where you are on this planet and no matter when this reading finds you, if you are drawn to it, there is no such thing as coincidences in this universe. I truly believe that. So there must be a message in there for you, whether you truly identify as a twin flame or not. I believe there might be something in there for you for any type of connection that you're dealing with. So again, thank you so much. I will get the link to this video posted on my Instagram as soon as it's done uploading. And I truly hope you all take that moment to watch it and leave me some comments. Take care, you guys. Have a great night.